Afam traveled to the city and became very successful. He has lots and lots of connections. He became very wealthy. Ajo, on the other hand, was still nothing to write home about. He has become worse. One morning, as Abi was still sleeping, Ajo walked into her room and started beating her. He beat Abi so mercilessly. After he was satisfied, he took her money and left her room. Abi cried like a baby, but at the same time, she was surprised and very shocked. She asked herself why Ajo would beat her instead of Mora, who he sees as his mother. Abi thought and thought, but no reasonable answer came to her mind. When Aja came back from the market, Abi was still crying. She explained to Aja what Ajo did to her. Aja was surprised too. He called Ajo, who was already drunk, to explain why he beat Abi. Ajo didn't say anything. He looked at Abi and slapped her so hard. Abi shouted with pain and fainted immediately. Ajo went into his room. Aja was confused and very shocked. He stood like a ghost, looking at his wife on the ground. A few days later, Afam returned from the city. He bought a lot of beautiful things for the women and his father. But to Abi and Aja's greatest surprises, Afam bought a lot and lots of gifts for Mora. Mora was happy. She looked at Ajo where he was eating and started crying. She wished that God could change the destiny of Ajo for her. Abi went into her room. She looked at the gift Afam gave her, but Mora's gift was bigger than her gift. As Abi was still thinking, Ajo walked into her room and told her to give him money. Abi shouted at Ajo to get out of her room. Ajo became angry and pushed Abi so hard. Abi fell down, hit her head on the wall, and died. Ajo searched for the money in her room, and when he saw the money, he took it immediately. It was in the evening that Aja realized that Abi had been killed by Ajo. He called the villagers. Everybody gathered in his compound. The greatest seer also came to the house. When Aja saw him, he walked up to the great seer and asked him why Ajo killed Abi and not his mother, Mora. The great seer said that Ajo killed his mother. Aja was confused, and he pleaded with the seer to explain what he meant by that. The great seer told him how Abi exchanged her evil son with that of Mora's baby. That's why Ajo always beat her instead of Mora. And that's why Afam bought more gifts for Mora instead of Abi. And today marks their 30th birthday, and that's why Ajo killed his mother. Because it has already been written that Ajo would kill his mother on his 30th birthday. Aja cried and was also surprised that his second wife, Abi, was evil. Aja told Mora what Abi did. Mora cried because all these years she thought that Ajo was her biological son, and she always cried every night, begging God to change him. After Abi was buried, Afam took his parents to the city, leaving only Ajo in the village. A few years later, Ajo had an accident and died. On the day of his burial, his father Aja, with the great seer and other elders, came to his grave with a big cow. His father called his name and said, "Ajo, my son, you came into this world with bad luck and pain. You have never been appreciated by anyone because of the bad destiny you came to the world with. But today, I plead with our ancestors to change your destiny so that in your next life, you will be appreciated and valued by people." They killed the cow and poured the blood on Aho's grave.